Okay, day 8. I'm feeling pretty good. As I said, I'm going to continue with the yes list and the no list for a while because I do feel really good and I need a little more time to reestablish the habit of clean eating being the priority, not the exception. So that's where I'm at right now. And here's what I've been thinking a lot about, like why I do this cleanse. And I want you to ask yourself the same question. So if this is your first time, why did you choose to do it? And if you're a repeat, as some of you are, why you come back? And I want to be really transparent and talk to you about why I do it. So there's 2 reasons. One is because I do a lot of studies on longevity and what it requires of us to live a long and healthy life. And I've read a lot of books on this and I can give you some great references if you want. But the bottom line is autophagy is a practice that most blue zones or people who live to be a long time implement. So that can be anything from cold plunges and saunas to intermittent fasting and other forms of intentional mild stressors that encourages resilience and kills off dead cells and makes them go away and rebuilds brand new cells, like cellular turnover. Okay, that's what we're talking about here. And when you provoke that through mild stressors, then you're doing a good job rebuilding new cells, essentially. And that's one of the goals for me of this cleanse is when you do sort of a window of restricted eating multiple times in a year, not only does it mimic ancestrally what my DNA remembers about being a hunter-gatherer, it also inflicts or it provokes a stronger, more resilient me. So that's one of the reasons. And then the other reason is I acknowledge that Americans gain weight every year. Now, all of you know that I am so not here for diet culture. I don't count calories. I really don't even count macros. I kind of just, generally hit where I want to be. Most of my female clients, I believe, are struggling primarily with hormone dysfunction. I believe is related to decades of diet culture being inflicted upon us. And I'm not immune, and neither are most of you. So I recognize that Americans gain an average of about 1 to 2 pounds every year. And I would be lying if I were to try and tell you that I didn't care about my weight. I do, and I wish I didn't care, but I do. From a vanity perspective, right? Like I have a really hard time with myself for caring because I don't want to care, but I do. I'm just being real. To a certain extent. Now, really, what I care more about is the fact that the obesity epidemic in the last decade has increased by 40% in American adults. Now, that's alarming, and I don't feel like I'm going to end up obese or anything like that. However, I recognize that 10, 20, 30 years of gaining 1 to 2 pounds in a year, that could be 60 pounds that just slowly creeps up. And one of the reasons I do this is to help prevent that unnecessary weight gain, and not just in this 3-week window or 10-day window or whatever. It's because getting in the habit of prioritizing eating clean and reminding myself of how it feels and reminding myself of what proper sleep looks like and reminding myself what it takes to maintain a healthy movement practice and reminding myself that even just a few alcoholic drinks in a week don't serve me. I'm not a huge drinker, but I notice a big difference when I completely abstain, like not have a glass of wine here or socially with a friend. So this is a reminder of the habits and the lifestyle that is going to help me maintain long-term health. So I'm curious, why did you choose to do this, and why do you keep coming back?